What do you think? Earth rotates. What causes day and night? On Earth, each day begins at sunrise and ends at sunset. You see the sun come up or rise in the morning and go down or set at night. When we use these terms, what do you think they imply or mean about the way our solar system works? Does the sun really rise and set in the sky throughout the day? The rising and setting of the sun is an illusion or a fake or a trick created by the rotating Earth. Rotation is a term that describes the motion of a spinning object. The sun and each of the planets and moons in our solar system rotate about an axis. An axis is an imaginary line about which each planet or moon spins. This imaginary line marks the center of a planet or moon's rotation. Here you can see this is the sun rays. The Earth is tilted. This is the axis. You see I've put a star here because that's very important. It takes the Earth 24 hours to spin on its axis. That's why we have a day that's 24 hours. The Earth is tilted. Like other planets, Earth rotates about an axis. Earth's axis is not perfectly vertical or straight up and down or perpendicular, which means it would lay on its side. Instead, our planet tilts or leans at an angle of 23 5/10 degrees relative to its path, which basically means it's just leaning. The geographic North Pole always points to the North Star, which is Polaris. So here you can see on this diagram, the pole is always pointing to the North Star. So in this diagram, if we had a North Star, it would be over here. However, I do have a star for you to let you know that this is super important. Rotation gives the illusion that stars are moving across the sky. Earth takes 24 hours to complete one full rotation, so one day on Earth is 24 hours. Because Earth rotates, different parts of the planet face the sun at different times. The number of daylight hours and nighttime hours change with the seasons. Also, due to Earth's rotation, the constellation patterns appear to move across the sky in the same illusion, remember, that the sun appears to move across the sky. Neither the sun nor the stars are moving. It is Earth that is moving. Guys, this whole paragraph is important, so yes, it's all underlined. Here in this picture, it says, because the Earth rotates, stars appear to travel across the sky in a curve from east to west. This is very important as well. Let's reflect. Revolution and rotation cause the changes in how we see the stars and our sun. The constellations we see each season change because Earth revolves around the sun. We are pointed to a different direction in space with each season. This journey around the sun also causes the constellations to change in a regular pattern with the seasons. The observer's latitude, which means the height or above and below the equator, also affects the constellations that are visible. Star charts are available on the internet that specify for which latitudes each chart is applicable. So the latitudes are just the north and south of the equator. Basically, this paragraph means that we're going to see different constellations in different months. Here you can see that here's a constellation of Scorpio, Leo, and Orion. This one's easy to find in the sky. And so just depending on where we are in Earth's rotation, we can see different constellations. Important. The sun's apparent path across the sky. Earth's rotation causes the illusion that the sun rises in the east, moves in an arc or a curve across the sky, and sets in the west. The angle of the sun's apparent path or belief, what you think is happening, as it rises and sets, depends on the observer's latitude. Remember, that is north or south of the equator. Its height in the sky at the time of the day depends on the season. Those living in the mid-latitudes, it's going to be this picture right here, see the sun following paths across the sky as shown in the top left diagram below. The violet path shows the sun's motion during the summer. The blue path shows the sun's motion during the fall and spring, and the red path shows its motion during the winter. So you can see during the summer, we have lots of sunshine. In the spring and fall, not as much, and in the winter, not a lot at all. At the equator, the sun rises up, goes highest in the sky, and sets straight down. This is shown in the top right figure. The colors signify the same as for the 50-degree diagram. So you can see here, right here is winter. This is spring and fall, and this would be summer. At the polar regions, down here at the very bottom, the sun appears to move in a horizontal circle during the summer since it stays up for most of the time. I have a friend who lives in Alaska. That is a polar region. During the summer, the sun does not go down. It kind of moves in a circle around the sky. This is called the land of the midnight sun. During the fall and spring, the sun circles near the horizon, so it's a little bit lower in the sky. During the winter, the sun circles below the horizon, resulting in months of darkness. So really, the sun never comes up. It's always down. So that is what this figure symbolizes below. This is very important. Thank you.